She said dominate. When we're saying dominate, we're thinking what she does in college.
Score the ball.
She's dominated college, right?
No, she dominated in college.
She dominated. So when she says you won't come here and dominate off the rip, averaging 17 is not dominated compared to averaging 30-something for 4 straight years, right?
Hi, everybody. What an atmosphere at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Indiana Fever wrapping up their regular season at home with a 110-106 victory. And there's Caitlin Clark behind me. A career night for her. 35 points. Can you believe that? She also breaks the WNBA rookie record with over 750 career points.
Caitlin Clark's haters are at it again. Cheryl Swoops recently went on another rant saying that while Caitlin has had a good season, she's not dominating. The main reason? She's not averaging 30 points per game, something no one did in the WNBA, including Swoops herself. In her usual manner, Caitlin responded with one of her best performances of her short career. Scratch that, this might even be the best performance she has ever had on the WNBA floor. Sit down and enjoy her breakdown of how Caitlin Clark shut down her haters with an amazing performance against the Dallas Wings.
It was a nail-biter ending for our Indiana Fever. They won 110-109 against the Dallas Wings this afternoon. Our sports director, Dave Calabro, is at Gainbridge Fieldhouse breaking down all the action.
Caitlin Clark and the rest of her team faced the number 6 seed Dallas Wings going into the game. Indiana had 19 wins and 19 losses in the season, but were trying to secure a .500 record for this season, which is something they haven't done in a while.
Caitlin Clark looking to add more to her already historic rookie campaign, hosting the Wings. Early second, good ball movement to Clark in motion as she connects on the triple. Fever down 5. A few minutes later, swung around the arc to Clark, who knocks down the deep 3. Fever down 2 at the half. Clark with 15 points and 3 made 3s through this point. Now,
in the first half of the game, the battle was rough. Caitlin Clark ended up hitting a couple of 3s and dishing out a few assists, but the Wings had an answer for her at every step, it seems. So the Fever were down 2 at the half, however. They weren't planning on backing down.
Early third we go, and Clark uses the screen, puts up the contested 2 and buries it. Fever up 1, 22 points and counting. Mid-fourth, Clark in motion at the top of the perimeter, puts up the deep sidestep 3 and cashes. Next Fever possession, Clark fires another sidestep 3 and nails it. She finished with a career high 35 points as the Fever go on to win 110-109 and clinch the 6th seed.
In the second half, Caitlin Clark went into another gear. She continued knocking down 3s and feeding her teammates when they needed her the most. She scored 20 more points in the second half, securing a 110-109 victory and setting a new career record in points. So just when her haters told her that she couldn't score 30 on a regular basis, she did just that and then some. Once the game was done, Caitlin Clark has made 761 points in 31 games. She has managed to set a new WNBA record in points made for a rookie.
Another rookie record for Caitlin Clark in a 110-109 victory over the Dallas Wings Sunday at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The rookie sensation Caitlin Clark dropped 35 points, a career high for her, against the Dallas Wings to help the Indiana Fever get their 110-109 victory. The backcourt duo of Kelsey Mitchell and Clark alone had 65 of the 110 points. Now, with her 35 points in this game, that brings Caitlin Clark to 761 points in her rookie season. That now is the most ever in WNBA history. She just passed Simone Augustus, who set the record in 2006.
This wasn't the only record Caitlin has broken this season. She scored the most points as a rookie, became the first rookie to have a triple-double, and became the first rookie to average more than 8 assists in history. And that wasn't all. She also broke the WNBA assist record by passing the ball for a basket 329 times.
So far through her rookie campaign, we know on Sunday getting the most points in a season by a rookie in WNBA history, that's just 2 days removed from having the most assists in a season in WNBA history. We remember her first 2 triple-doubles, then also clinching that 6th seed on Sunday, and now leading the Fever to their first playoff appearance since 2016, doing magical things. And it seems like every day it's another record Caitlin Clark is accomplishing.
Reflecting on her rookie season and in an interview after the game, Caitlin has said that everyone on her team was mainly excited for the playoffs. She added that not only are they happy to be there, they were looking to win games and compete for the title. While the Fever aren't the favorites to win it all, it's not a stretch to say that they'll be competitive in the playoffs. The only team the Fever hasn't beat this season are the two-time defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces, so no matter else who they face, they have a decent chance of winning and advancing. The crazy thing is, even though Caitlin has been one of the best players this season, her haters continue to talk trash about her. Cheryl Swoops has recently gone on Gilbert Arenas' podcast to seemingly acknowledge Caitlin Clark's success, but all she did is gave her backhanded compliments and further criticisms.
So, Cheryl, you talked about, obviously, the Fever struggling early in the season, but let's talk about what's happened lately. Been one of the hottest teams in the W post-Olympic break. I believe 9-4 in that span. Caitlin Clark, huge reason for that success. So set the WNBA single season assist record, kept adding to a record-breaking season on Sunday, dropping a career-high 35 points in a win over the Dallas Wings to set the WNBA single season scoring record for a rookie, surpassing Simone Augustus' previous record. So we got to add context. Clark has 761 points in 39 games. Augustus set the previous record of 744 points in 2006 when the WNBA season was only 34 games. But for the season, Caitlin Clark's averaging 20 points, league-leading 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 1.3 steals. Now has the Fever back in the playoff for the first time since 2016. So are you surprised by Caitlin Clark and the Fever's improvement since the Olympic break?
After Josiah Johnson, the podcast co-host, read all of the accomplishments Caitlin has achieved this season, Cheryl and Gilbert didn't have a lot to say. They told him that her rookie season, although good, simply wasn't dominant.
In a short period of time has been very impressive. Right? And so, because I know people are like, oh my God, you said she wouldn't be good. But I didn't say she wouldn't be good. What I said was I didn't think Caitlin or Angel would come into the league and dominate immediately.
Both of them went on to claim that despite her averages and records, Caitlin Clark hasn't been dominating in the WNBA like she did in college. The reason, because she isn't averaging 30 points a game like she did last year in the NCAA. The funny thing about this is that no one ever has averaged over 30 points in the WNBA. Asia Wilson is averaging 26.9 points per game this season. This is the highest points average in Legion Week history. Asia actually broke Diana Taurasi's record mark of 25.3 that stood since 2006. So you can't really expect Caitlin to come out as a rookie and average 30. That's just impossible.
I feel like after the break, I still don't think she's dominating, but she's a different player than she was in the first half of the season. And I think because of her adjustment and her ability to play first half of the season, you have a break. And it was great that the Olympics was this year, right? That she came into the league. You had a break, had an opportunity to work on your game, do whatever it was she did, but also an opportunity to practice with your teammates. And like, I've never questioned if Caitlin was a good player.
Yeah.
I think she's a hell of a player. And my thing was, no, I didn't think she would come in and dominate. I thought it would take her some time to adjust to being a professional. And to me, I think that's exactly what she's done.
Swoop said that the entire team played better, which helped Clark start playing better in the second part of the season, and she isn't dominating on her own. That simply isn't true, because after this season, Caitlin has become the first player in WNBA history to average more than 19 points, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. Before her, that stat line hasn't been recorded. No matter how much former players in the media on Caitlin Clark and try to lie about her game, the numbers don't lie. When you look at the attendance numbers alone, you can see how much she's changed the game for female basketball.
This should be fun to watch. Let's talk about attendance. How about this place is rocking right now? It's pretty fun. Over 605,000 people have seen the Fever play this year. 605,000 people, over 323,000 people saw games here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Pretty exciting to see what's happening with this franchise and how far they've come in 25 years.
All season long, wherever the Indiana Fever has gone, they've broken WNBA attendance records. Las Vegas, Atlanta, Washington, all of those cities and their teams have new fan attendance records because of Caitlin Clark and the Fever, but you know how the saying goes, there's no place like home. In the 2024 season, the Indiana Fever home crowd has been one of the best crowd in American sports. This year, over 605,000 people have seen the Indiana Fever live. Out of that number, more than 323,000 fans attended games in Fever's home arena, the Cambridge Fieldhouse. Let's not forget that the Indiana Fever shattered the league record by more than 200,000. A team in the W has never had more than 500,000 fans see their games, only around 400,000. But the Fever blew that number right out of the water. As the Fever announcer put it, that's Clarkonomics for you. It's really fun to see just how far the WNBA as a league has come in the past 3 decades. The league had its ups and downs, but now it's going to new heights thanks to the best generation of players female basketball has ever seen.
The WNBA has called for growth for several years. Taking a look back at the last 20 years, they've unfortunately been met with a stalemate, but enter 2024 and the Caitlin Clark effect. While there are other rookies who have brought eyes, notably Angel Reese, and many other current superstars who have shined a light on their talents, notably A'ja Wilson, the league has without a doubt been elevated by the attention and spotlight brought in by the logo shooting guard from Indiana by way of Iowa.
A'ja Wilson, Angel Reese, Tina Charles, and Eric Ogunbowale have all broken records and drew more fans to the stands as well. But we know that there's no start shinier in the WNBA sky than Caitlin Clark where she goes. The fans follow, and if she gets any better in the next few seasons, who knows how many more people she'll attract. That's it for this video. If you want to hear more WNBA news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so you know every time we post a video.